Welcome back to our channel, folks. Today, we're exploring the infamous abandoned asylum, Sarah whispered, the flashlight trembling in her hand. They had heard countless stories about this place, stories of tormented souls and inexplicable phenomena. As they ventured deeper into the darkness, the temperature dropped, and a thick fog seemed to envelop them. The camera captured eerie shadows dancing on the cracked walls. Then, a chilling voice echoed, "You shouldn't have come here." Mark's face turned pale as he spun around, trying to locate the source of the voice. "Did you hear that?" he asked, his voice quivering. Sarah nodded, swallowing hard. "Let's keep moving." They pushed forward, cautiously making their way through the maze-like corridors. The atmosphere grew heavier with each step, and the air became filled with a strange, unpleasant odor. As they entered a decrepit room, their flashlight beams revealed rusted beds and broken furniture. Sarah examined a faded journal on the nightstand. "This must be from a former patient," she muttered, her voice shaky. Mark took the journal and started reading aloud. "I can't escape the voices in my head. They whisper to me, telling me to do terrible things." Suddenly, the whispering seemed to echo the words of the journal, creating an unsettling chorus around them. They exchanged nervous glances before hastily retreating from the room. The voices grew fainter as they moved away, but the feeling of being watched lingered. Just as they were about to leave the room, a shadowy figure emerged from the corner, its pale, ghastly face contorted in agony. It whispered, "Help me." Their hearts raced as they fled the room, the echoes of the tormented voice haunting them down the corridor. "Hey, everyone. We're at the haunted hotel, where guests have reported eerie encounters," Mike announced to the camera. The grand lobby of the once luxurious hotel now stood in eerie silence, its faded elegance only adding to the sense of foreboding. As they explored the hotel's shadowy corridors, strange noises echoed around them. Doors creaked open and shut on their own, and cold drafts brushed against their faces. Suddenly, a ghostly whisper filled the room, saying, "Get out while you still can." Emma's eyes widened in terror, and she looked at Mike, her voice trembling. "Did you hear that?" Mike nodded, trying to maintain composure. "We need to keep going. Our viewers want to see this." They continued their exploration, entering a room with old, decaying furniture. The air grew even colder, and the room's wallpaper peeled off in twisted patterns. In the dim light, they could make out the silhouette of a figure standing by the window. Before they could react, the figure turned, revealing a hollow face and outstretched hands. It beckoned them, whispering, "Join me in the darkness." Terrified, they rushed out of the room, their camera capturing the eerie encounter. The presence seemed to linger, casting a chilling shadow over their investigation. As they made their way back to the lobby, they noticed that the once grand chandelier above them began to sway ominously, its crystal prisms chiming like an eerie, dissonant melody. "Hello, paranormal enthusiasts. We've acquired a cursed doll," Emma said, her eyes fixed on the eerie toy. The doll sat on a small table in the middle of a dimly lit room. Its porcelain face was cracked, and its once vibrant eyes now looked lifeless. As Emma reached for the doll, its eyes seemed to follow her every move. Mark shivered, saying, "That doll gives me the creeps." Emma continued, her voice steady, "According to the legends, this doll is possessed by the spirit of a vengeful child." The room grew colder, and an eerie glow surrounded the doll. Mark and Emma exchanged terrified glances as they realized they might have unleashed a malevolent force. They quickly placed the doll back on the table and left the room, but the feeling of being watched persisted long after they had shut the door. They decided to conduct further research to understand the doll's history and the spirit that might inhabit it. Their investigation led them to a local historian who told them a chilling tale. The doll had once belonged to a child named Isabel, who had tragically died in a house fire under mysterious circumstances. Isabel was believed to have been wrongly accused of starting the fire and had perished in the flames while pleading for help. The townspeople spoke of eerie occurrences surrounding the doll. It was said that Isabel's spirit was restless and sought justice for her untimely death. Many who had come into contact with the doll reported disturbing nightmares, unexplained scratches, and even sightings of a ghostly figure resembling the young girl. Undeterred by the ominous history, Mark and Emma decided to communicate with Isabel's spirit using a spirit board. They set up the board in the same room where they had found the doll and carefully placed their hands on the planchette. The room seemed to grow colder as they began asking questions. The planchette moved on its own, spelling out messages from the other side. Isabel's spirit claimed she was innocent and begged for someone to clear her name. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing the candles they had lit. In the darkness, they heard Isabel's voice, faint and sorrowful, whispering, "Please, help me find the truth." Terrified, Mark and Emma quickly left the room, vowing to uncover the mystery of Isabel's death and bring her the justice she sought. As they delved deeper into the investigation, they realized they were entangled in a web of secrets, lies, and malevolent forces that went beyond anything they had ever encountered before. The cursed doll had opened a doorway to the supernatural, and they were determined to uncover the truth, no matter how chilling it might be. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and drop a like. See you next time.